Welcome to my video. In this video we are going to discuss the creating of landing pages to make money on YouTube in 2020. Now the creating of a landing page, first of all, what is a landing page? In digital marketing, it is a standalone web page created specifically for an advertising campaign. This is the first page that your customer will see after he clicked on your link on your ad. Every landing page is composed of a group of core elements or building blocks. This should be used as a guide when creating your content. Let's have a look at an example. Okay, this is a template from aweber and I have permission to use this. First of all, everything on this page can be changed. So you can change it if you have an account with aweber. First of all, on the top here, we have your logo. You can put your logo in here if you have a logo. And then on the left hand side is your headline, which is a short statement of what was clicked in your ad. And then thereafter, in this area here, you have your supporting copy, which is a sub headline that provides extra info about your product. You can also add either a photo or a video here for social proof, which is testimonials, customer logos, reviews, anything that will help convince your visitor to buy your product. On the right hand side, on the top here, we can have a video or a picture of your product. You can either delete this or have it in here if you want. And just below that we have your form. Now your form header, and then just below it is a supporting copy, which is a clarification of what your visitors will get for exchange of their personal data. Now because you are asking for their personal data here, somewhere on your landing page you will have to have a checkbox to make sure that they have read your privacy policy. Now this is to make your landing page GDPR compliant. You have to have this, it is law. At the bottom here, you can have your social media buttons, and then also the moment your client put his name in here, just put there my name, and then his email address, at the bottom of that you will have a call to action button, which is an eye-catching button that encourages your visitors to click. When your visitor click here, his email address will be forwarded to your database. To better understand this, I'm going to show you a video with all credit and permission to aweber, which is an email marketing service provider, and they have a landing page builder. The video is created by the aweber team, and I made it a little bit shorter to fit into my time frame.
aweber's landing page builder. Let's see if I can get this a little bit bigger. All right, bump it up a little bit. There we go. All right, cool. So this is, so if you're in the aweber account, you would go to landing pages. And then from here, you notice I've got some already either published or in the works, but let's go ahead and create one from scratch. So we've got, over a dozen templates to pick from, and they're kind of categorized how they would be used, or how we design them with the intention that they're kind of named here. So for example, if you have a podcast, you can use this one to grow your email list for your podcast listeners. So there's all sorts of categories here, but I'm going to go ahead and create one from scratch just to kind of show you how the landing page builder works. It's just like our email builder where it's drag and drop. And we kind of give you these sort of prompts on what to do. And this one's really helpful because it gives you a link to a blog post where you can go and learn how to create a landing page that converts. But you'll notice that as I hover over these things, they're all drag and drop, draggable. So over here on the left is where you find the different elements to add to your landing page. So let's go ahead and just get rid of this one right here. We'll just start from scratch. So let's say we want to put in a headline. So we'll grab a text element and drop it in here. We want to put in some description text right there as well. So this will be our headline. And then we'll make this heading. There we go. And then this should be like our description text. There we go. And let's say, I want to add in an image. I can just go ahead and grab an image element here, and let's put that above the headline. And you can either upload an image or you can grab one from your image gallery. We also have over 6,000 stock images that you can pick from as well. So let's go ahead and just grab this running picture here. And if I don't want it to be that large, I can always adjust the auto width, turn that off, and just drag it so it's a little bit smaller. And you can notice that these are not center aligned, but I can make them center aligned if I want to, just like that. And I can put videos in here. I can embed videos. So let's say instead of an image, let's throw in a video. Let's go ahead and drag that in there. And we'll go over to Aweber's YouTube channel here and grab a video to show in here. So let's grab the countdown timer one that we did last week. Come back over here, paste that into the video URL. And now we have a playable video right in our landing page. So if I go over to my preview button here, I can actually see what this looks like and press play. It plays. Now, let's say I didn't want it to take up the entire screen. There are some ways that you can kind of control how it's spaced. So let's say that over here, if I click on the row element, and now this row element is kind of a way to kind of put multiple elements together, sort of in a group, and control kind of how they're laid out. So let's say I want to add some spacing. So if I click on the row element here, you'll notice the row settings. I'll come down here to spacing, and let's go ahead and put some margin in there. Let's do like 50 pixels for now, and see how that looks. So you see that it's added some spacing around this kind of grouping of content elements, of draggable elements. Now if I preview this, I can see that it's no longer right up against the edge of the side of the landing page, but it's kind of brought it in a little bit more. I can also preview what it would look like on a mobile device as well. Now let's say that I wanted to kind of put these side by side. If I click in the row element again, go to my row settings, and we'll add a column to the right. And now what I can do is I can take this video element and drag it over to the right column here. So now that they're both sorry, one sec. Let's see if I can show what that looks like. Now they're both side by side, and if I preview that, I'm not on a mobile device, but on a regular device, you'll see that what it looks like here. I can add in buttons. So let's go ahead and drag a button in here, put it below that. And I can even add in some forms. So let's go ahead and put a row element in here. So we'll create a new row element, a new drop zone. And we'll put in a form right here. Now you can change the layout of this. Maybe I don't want it stacked. Maybe I want it side by side. I can do that as well. And we can change the button color. One thing I want to show real quickly, under the page properties, you can control how all of your buttons look, all of your fonts look, all the colors on a template level under the template styles. So let's say I wanted to change my button color for all my buttons to like a dark green. I could do that automatically. Same thing with the hover color. So when you hover over that button, what color do you want it to be? Let's make it a little lighter. There we go. So it turns a light green when I hover over it. I could do the same thing with my header fonts. If I want to make my header fonts a specific color, I could say I want all my header fonts to be sort of this dark red, perhaps. I can do that. Same thing with the size. So let's say I want to make it 56. So anytime I create a heading 1, it's going to be a red font with 56 font size. So it kind of controls the consistency of all your stuff on your landing page. Now you could also add some social elements here. So let's go ahead and drag in the social. Let's do another row real quick. There we go. Drop in the social elements here. And now you can add in the different social channels you have. You can also put your website in here or your email address in here, and it will automatically detect what that is and create the appropriate icon for it. So let's say I wanted to add in Pinterest here. So let's just go ahead and type in www.pinterest.com and click on the plus icon. Now it knows it's the Pinterest, and it's going to go ahead and create the Pinterest icon. You do the same thing with a website. So let's go ahead and put our blog link in there. It creates a little link, and then let's do an email address, help@aweber.com. Add that in there. It creates a little a mail icon and so on. So you can kind of build this out, and you can also control how this looks. So let's say you wanted this centered. Let's say you didn't want them to be sort of the brand colors, but you just want it to be sort of a black. Oops, I picked the wrong one. There we go, black. You can change how they look if you don't want any border or shape. You can change how big or how small they are. So there's lots of things you can do to kind of control how that looks. And then on the page properties here, you can also look at the background color. Let's say I didn't want a white background, but I wanted to do either an image or I wanted to pick a different color. So let's go ahead and pick a different color for now. Let's do sort of a light gray and kind of see how that changes the whole background. And let's say I want to do an image. So let's go ahead through the image gallery and grab a different image here. Let's go ahead and pick, let's just pick this one right here for the time being. Now you notice that the image comes through and it's kind of hard to read the rest of the text. So what you can do is you can change the opacity of this so that it's a little more subtle and doesn't come through as much, but it's still able to kind of make out what's behind there. And I can change the color overlay too. So let's say I want this to be sort of a blue, and I can change the opacity there, or maybe it's a lighter blue. So you can kind of see some of the stuff through that as well. So there's a lot of things you can kind of control here. You can also look at the settings of your landing page and customize what your page path is, and that's everything that falls after the aweb.page domain. So all of that can be customized. So let's just put in, let's say this is a workout, just an exercise class. So we'll call it exercise class. And you'll notice that it automatically updates that page path. I can also change my this part of the URL, the subdomain, and that's already been customized on this account, but you can customize your subdomain here. And then if you use WordPress, you can also use your own domain for this entire link. Rather than using the aweb.page domain, you can use your own domain using our WordPress integration. And very soon you'll be able to do that just generally speaking without a WordPress integration. You can also change how this will show up when you share it on social media. So right here, you've got your page title, and then you've got your description you can add in here, and you can even use an image, a preview image for social sharing as well. And then finally, you can track how people are interacting with your landing page by putting your Google Analytics ID in here, as well as your Facebook Pixel ID if you want to track how well your ads are performing at getting people to sign up for your email list. And then a couple more things I want to point out here. The first one is in the form. You can change the fields and how those display and what you say there. You can also add custom fields. And then finally, one you can do is in the submissions tab, you can change your thank you page. So right now it's just a simple thank you page. I'll show you what that looks like. That's what it looks like. That's automatically kind of generated by Aweber. But if you want to control what that looks like, you can use a custom URL. And you can paste in the custom URL right here. Now, this can be something that's on your website, or you can actually create a thank you page using the Aweber landing page builder and paste that URL right into here so that it kind of creates this consistent experience for your subscribers. And then down below, you're able to tag subscribers or apply a tag when they sign up. And this is helpful for starting to kind of categorize or group your subscribers together into different subgroups, what we call segments. And this is helpful for sending more relevant information or targeted information to them, or starting them into automated campaigns where they can receive specific information about the thing that they signed up for. So that's really helpful to kind of start to understand more about your subscribers and who they are and what they are interested in. And then the last thing I want to show you really quickly, and by all means ask questions if you have any, is this new smart content element. This is one of the newer elements that we have in the landing page builder. And I want to show you what this does. So if I drag this in here, what I'm able to do is I'm able to use, let's go ahead and delete this form so I can kind of see this a little bit better. This is powered by a service called Embedly, which supports hundreds of websites across the internet. So you can actually add in a link here, and it could be a podcast, it could be an RSS feed for your blog, it can be a social media feed, and it will automatically embed this onto your landing page. So let's go ahead and jump over to Spotify really quickly. I'll show you how this works. Let's go to our web player and let's grab the podcast accelerator. This is Mark Asquith's. Let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the sharing code here, or not the sharing code, excuse me, the link, the sharing link here. So I just go ahead and copy that to my clipboard. Let's come back over here and paste that right in here. And you'll notice that it will automatically generate a preview, a playable player for your podcast right here. So if I go to preview this, I can actually play this episode right from the landing page. All right, so that's one example, and there are hundreds and hundreds of sites and tools on the internet that this supports. Spotify is one of them, but I can share a link to in the description of all the different things you can do with this. I see Eileen on the feed. Hey, Eileen, good to see you. So Eileen runs a Twitch channel, and she can actually embed her Twitch channel right onto her landing page. So let's actually see if we can find Eileen's Twitch channel. Let's give you a little bit of love, Eileen. All right, let's find Eileen's Twitch channel. And Eileen, feel free to, let's see, feel free to drop a link to your, let's mute that. There we go. Eileen Smith, there you are. Let's go ahead and grab Eileen's Twitch channel here. And let's do, grab the link for that. Come back over here and let's go ahead and put Eileen's Twitch channel in here. There's her Twitch video, so she can actually broadcast right from her landing page, which is really, really cool. So it's a really powerful element, the smart content element. You can do all sorts of things. You can put maps in there. You can put all sorts of interactive elements into your landing page using the smart content element. The last thing here is just to name this. So we'll just call this our general landing page for now. And then what we'll do is we'll save and exit and head back over to the main landing page here. Last step in this process is to hit publish. And now I've got my landing page right here. So if I click on that, I can see what it actually looks like. And you can use this link right here to share it on social media, to encourage people to sign up, and so on and so forth.
Thank you for watching. This is all for now. In my next video, I am going to talk about goal settings and your mindset. Please subscribe and click on the bell so that you can be notified when my next video is published. See you in the next video.